boisterous intro, don't we? Like, yoo-hoo! Maybe not. Right, okay. Where are we today? I want big information. I want historical. No, I'm just joking. We've come for a simple walk today in a simple place called.
With a simple person.
With a simple person and someone a bit more sensible. But that's how most good comedy acts work. You have a sensible one and a not so sensible one. But
that doesn't work with us because neither of us are sensible.
Well, we'll get there. Have you noticed as soon as we start filming, the cars go past?
I know.
We were sitting there being
noise.
serenaded by bird song. Can you hear that? Fantastic.
Beautiful. Summer's here.
Summer's finally here. Exactly. Right, so we're in Alnwick, historic Alnwick. I don't need to go over the facts of Alnwick because we're slightly outside of Alnwick on an estate called Hulne Park. Oh, there's a man with
nudity.
There's a nudist there.
It's nude day today.
Did you know that was the
Strip.
Did you notice that was the sort of place I was going to bring you to?
Oh,
right, we're at a nudist colony. Michael Connolly, but we're going to be all right, and we've got things to test. So we're going to test. What's this called? It's called Cold Brew, black and white, unsweetened, right, Khalifa Farms coffee with almond. So
anything else I want to add to
whilst I get this opened, I'm just going to go over the facts of Alnwick. Alnwick's very historic, but we are going to be on the not the outside, the outskirts. So we'll see what it's like. Right, that has no smell.
So I'm just having a little party.
You're just having a bit of party, right? That doesn't smell of anything to me. No smell whatsoever, which is a bad sign. Right, you're having a major electronic meltdown here. What do you think?
Is it coffee? There's coffee. Yeah, I can smell.
Cold brew coffee.
That bit.
So, black and white.
Mm-hmm.
Black and white. Well, it can't be both.
It don't matter if you're black or white.
Right, I'm going to hold my peace until you have a taste.
Did you give it a little shake first?
Aye. I was shaking all the way up the road because we had to drive through cobbles.
Oh dear.
What?
That is horrible.
That tastes to me.
It's like coffee water.
Yeah, cold coffee water.
It is like water, but with coffee. Seriously, no, don't. It's not what I expected.
It's literally if you made yourself a cup of coffee and left it to go cold and then had it in the morning.
Or even, not even that, watered it down.
And here's a question. Look at that. Why is the top that big when the spout's only that big?
No idea.
Silly design,
back
right?
to what we're talking about.
Right,
That's
so
a no-no.
Hulne Park. Now there's 3 or 4 routes, but we're going to try and encompass all of them in one route. So red encompasses the northeast and it's quite large, and then you have blue to the side, and then a little green. We might have to miss the green bit off unless you fancy a little bit extra walk because it's going to be about 5 miles.
Well, it's a lovely day today, anyway.
Beautiful day. Summer's finally arriving.
Nothing's stopping us getting out there and just sitting. We've got a little picnic added here as well.
And
so
good news.
Yes.
There's
always like good news.
The good news is we don't
want any more fellows. Negative, bad news.
Well, that's what I'm coming to. There's been no complaints. So I've had to cancel complaint of the week section. So that's the good news. And the only bad news is that the clouds are coming over, but we'll still have fun and we'll see what we can spot. It looks beautiful here. Nice. I'm looking forward to it. Mm-hmm. So nice and relaxed. How's about that? So right, there's nothing to it but to do it, as Ronnie Coleman would say.
Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
So let's get on with it.
Let's go. We'll see you soon.
Right, bye.
Bye.
Right, here's a question for the viewers. So if you know the answer to this, stick it in the comments section. So look at the width of that trunk. Now you'd expect that to taper naturally. Look, it gets to that point and then there's a dramatic shift and then it's skinny. Now, why is that? If anyone knows, stick it in the comments section. There's a few people who are subscribers who'll probably know better than me, but see what... well, I wouldn't, not necessarily tree huggers, but people who've worked in logging, and so what's that all about? Unless it's for that species. Look at all the lichen on here as well, look. Big stuff. Look at this nettle here. Not only has it got spikes, it's also got hairs on to stop it being eaten. So it does not want anything to touch it or eat it. I mean, these spikes only get you if you creep up on them, but they're generally alright. They're not as bad as a cactus. Field of sheep here, and you can see the natural lines, look, that the sheep have created natural tracks. They're not made by humans, that's by the sheep. Just interesting to see that animals always take the path of least resistance, so that's the easiest track for them to take. So if you're ever tracking them, they give themselves away. Right, 9 miles.
Yeah, it was fine. I was got 9 miles.
9 miles, 4 hours. Was that well spent, or was it an utter disaster?
Well, I don't feel like tired like what we were when we did Tay Forest that time, and I think that was 9 miles.
That nearly killed me.
You were talking about the
I spent about
fish and chips with all the trimmings.
It took me about 48 hours to recover from that one.
Yeah, but anyway, no, this was a lovely walk and very easy because it was sort of like
well maintained roads and paths.
Sort of paths most of the way.
Yeah.
Don't really see a lot of people on the way in actual fact. So
just another point I'd like to make. When the paths are well maintained, you spend less time looking down and more time looking up and enjoying the views, because when it's poorly maintained, it's no mud. You're missing all that glorious sort of.
And we've saw a lot today because the weather's obviously getting better. We're going from spring slowly into summer.
Exactly. The first shoots are appearing on the trees now. So we're coming into spring. The lambs are here, and the birds are going absolutely ballistic and tweeting. So we've heard nothing but loads of bird songs: chiff-chaffs, twits, pheasants, crows, everything. Unbelievable. Very, very.
Lots of sounds, and and the wee lambs are, making
doing their own
bad
thing.
noises. So we've saw quite a lot today. As you'll see from the videos, butterflies, birds, lambs, sheep, cows.
And we didn't see everything. We've not even checked out the green bit. We didn't check out all of the red routes. So there's still things that we haven't even looked at.
For some reason, at the start of the route,
we were tricked.
I don't know what exactly happened.
Well, I'll explain what I think happened. On Wacky Races, when Dick Dastardly's always seems to be ahead somehow, and then he flips the sign and hides behind the bush, and everyone goes the wrong way.
Diabolically simple. I merely turned the exit sign around.
Like that happened, because it certainly didn't. It seemed very clear to start with, and then when we got to a second sign, it went, "You are here," and we're like, we didn't expect to be where we were. So
I'm thinking, why am I here?
I know we always get lost, but I don't think this time round was entirely our fault. I think there's
we've been tricked.
Gone wrong there.
We've been tricked.
But even still, 9
I would
miles.
say that's the only negative to this. The routes are manageable. They're wheelchair.
Started off very clear.
Wheelchair accessible, most of it. I would say there's a few bits on, but you can't bring your dog here,
that's right.
and you can't bring a bicycle here.
So it's just people, but you don't see that many people.
I think that's why.
There's a tower. We didn't get a chance to go and look at the ruins.
We missed half of them. We saw the ruined Priory, which was beautiful, well worth the visit. And someone actually lives at a portion of that, which is because we came out and we thought, wow, what a piece of the past. And then a car turned up, and it was obviously someone's house.
Yeah.
What the hell was going on there? Because he went in, then he came back out again. The white car.
Don't know.
Was he learning to drive or something?
I don't know what happened. He was trying to turn in the Priory place, and he was making a right mess of it. But anyway, so
driving school.
But no, it was everything. I totally enjoyed everything about today.
Yeah.
I've got absolutely no complaints.
Bearing in mind,
not being cold.
No, not being cold. Bearing in mind, we stopped a few times. It's beautiful, lovely sunshine. The only negative would be the signage, but not the end of the world.
Even that was probably minor, but absolutely fine. Now, marks out of 10.
Aye, come on.
I'm going 8.5. I think that's possibly nearly one of the highest marks I've given, but 8.5 verging onto a 9. Weather was
permitting,
very, very good for us today. Wildlife, the more you're going to get into the summertime, is going to be even better.
Bird life, fantastic. Very densely populated with birds because they're left alone.
Yeah, so I'm 8.5 verging onto a 9.
I would give it an 8. Because only negative was the signage issues. Fantastic, and everyone we passed was pleasant. We seem to keep
Wait a minute,
passing.
was that a little burp?
Where?
Did you just burp?
No, not at all. No, every single time we passed someone that all looked like a the dwarf off Lord of the Rings, with the beard and the...
Yeah, there was a lot of...
It was like it was the same person constantly
people
passing.
People might look at us and think we look strange, but never mind.
Well, we are strange, but that's fine. I'm just saying... I don't mind that. That's true.
Little strange
that's
way
true.
we are strange.
Well, I'm saying that, but we've had no complaints this week.
As Jim Morrison says, people are strange.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah...
So 8, and what's it, 8.5?
8.5. Mm-hmm.
So highly recommended. It gets
16.5
it gets a
20,
TrailTrek.
so that's
double thumbs up from me. So
and a TrailTrek, double thumbs
4
up
thumbs.
from me. So
you can't say fairer than that than getting 4 thumbs. Think about that for a second. Anything else you want to discuss about this walk or the area? Free parking.
Yep, where we're parked just now is free. I don't know, you were talking about going for a wee quick coffee down the road.
We'll pop down the road for a laugh.
But we took a picnic, so you're not allowed to have a picnic in the Priory section.
For whatever reason. I presume it's because people will dump their rubbish. That would be my suggestion.
Which is what we never do. But anyways, so I think that is the reason
we always,
as well.
I've got a bag full of our rubbish there.
Yeah,
always
got rubbish.
Never leave a trace. And then other people can enjoy it like you enjoyed it. It's only fair.
Absolutely, because there isn't any bins or anything like that on the way, so you have to respect, the land and things like that, and always take your rubbish with you. But we could go on and on about that. So anything else you would like to add? No,
that's it. We've covered every base, as they say.
We're needing a coffee now, so. But it was a lovely, absolutely lovely day. Definitely get yourself here.
Highly recommended.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. And go early so you can catch wildlife.
Well, the problem is you're not technically allowed access until 11 o'clock.
Oh, is that right? I didn't realise that. So
for whatever reason, I presume it's to stop people going at night and messing about. I don't know. But technically, the signs will say don't turn up before 11 o'clock. I'm sure that half an hour either way, they're not going to be bothered. But for whatever reason, it's not allowed. I don't know why. So,
but anyway, get yourself out and TrailTrek about. And
we should
enjoy yourself.
Get out. Because we want other people to get out and enjoy it. We were discussing this, saying we want other people to get out and have a laugh and enjoy it.
Yeah, if we've said in other videos, let us know if you're doing any of the walks that we suggest. That's why we try and give you, let you know different routes, let you know if it's wheelchair friendly. Because
I want everyone. It should be all inclusive. Everyone should be entitled to enjoy it. That's where I'm coming from when I say it's wheelchair accessible and this and that. And not just wheelchair accessible, elderly people, you've got to think, if they've got arthritis or bad this or bad that, it's only fair that you make it accessible to them. They still like the nature, but if you're making it ridiculous so they can't get around, it just spoils it for everyone. So no matter what your age, because I was having a look at some of the stats on this channel, and we are hitting the mark for the silver surfers. There's a lot of them.
Well, that's fine.
In their late 50s.
Fantastic.
I had a look at that.
Embrace it. Fantastic. Excellent.
Exactly. So, hello, oldies, or whatever you say these days. Exactly. It doesn't matter. Right, come on, we need to get out of here because I've had quite enough of this.
That's horrible, that stuff. Don't get it.
Ugh. Well, what's out of 10 for this?
Oh, 0.
None.
Don't even.
You can't give
that
it
left
none.
a horrible taste in my mouth. I'm not giving it anything.
Dog dirt would be none, so you can't give it none.
Well, yeah, it's virgin on.
That bad?
I didn't like it.
I would give it 2.
Yeah, it's very poor.
Quite generous.
It's very poor. But anyway, get out and TrailTrek.
So get out.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.